Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass cannibalizing video game sales because that's what all the little fanboys are latching on to now. We're going to also talk about full price games versus games that come to Game Pass and what kind of a value that brings to gamers in general. Um, I've bought a lot of games. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know I buy a lot of games, and there's a lot of good games that come to Game Pass. Like right now, like they're getting what is it? Sword and Fairy Together Forever is coming to Game Pass. It was just announced the other day. It's coming to Game Pass. I bought 3 copies of this freaking game, man. What's up, Cabbage? How you doing, man? I bought 3 copies of this game. It's a decent game. I mean, it's a Japanese JRPG type deal, you know, and it's all right. I mean, it's definitely fun to play around with. The combat feels pretty fun. I mean, it's not like super AAA or anything, but it is fun to play. But the amount of value that you get for Game Pass is literally incredible. What's up, Illusions of Grandeur? How's it going, man? How's it going, Onyx? Game Pass isn't ruining gaming, just as Netflix isn't ruining movies. Yeah, exactly, man. So I guess somebody dug up a thing from gosh, what was it? Like the Xbox report or something, and Xbox saying after 12 months, they do start to see the sales drop off. But you got to understand, man, when we were kids on the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo and 64 and all of that, man, the way we got our games was we went to Blockbuster and rented them. We went to Blockbuster and rented them. You know, there's still GameFly and other ways to rent games and stuff, or trading them in at GameStop and stuff like that. So I mean, like you're acting like all of a sudden just because Game Pass lets you subscribe to these games and you get them day one, that somehow it's getting rid of all those game sales. In my opinion, I would wager that no, man, the people that used to rent games are subscribed to Game Pass now. They're playing them games. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate it. I would say that the people that used to rent games are getting more value now because they're getting to play the games. They're getting to play more games like they used to. Returnal is a $70 AA game. Sony is killing y'all. I know, dude. I don't know. Before I went live, I was playing with I was playing some Returnal over on the PlayStation 5. I know I should have been playing it on the PC, but I was playing it over on the PS5 because I wanted to give the DualSense Edge a try over there on the PlayStation 5. And one of my PlayStation friends got on there with me, and we were playing that. And that is an actual. I think Returnal is far better as a multiplayer game than it ever was for me as a single player game. When you're playing with somebody else, it's funner. It is definitely funner. And if you're an Xbox fan, like, you already know that multiplayer in Xbox games makes those games last longer. You play them more with friends, and they're better experiences. So the fact that Returnal has that multiplayer mode now, I played it with this dude before, and then we played it again. And man, I spent like 2.5 hours on there playing today, bro. I spent like 2.5 hours on there just playing that, and it's fun. We got pretty far. What's up, Jet? How you doing, man? What's up, Mendes TV? How you guys doing? I've noticed that ever since I subscribed, I've actually bought more games. No, I mean, I usually buy games regardless. I usually buy games regardless. Purchase less games since getting Game Pass. Game Pass will definitely save you a lot of money. That's for sure. Sorry, guys. I forgot I had the freaking camera tracking thing on there. So every time I make like a weird move, the camera's going to track my position. That's so bad. I still purchase a lot of games. Ruggs the pony. I am a pony. I'm a pony. I'm a pony. Dude, I like my PlayStation games. Don't get me wrong, dude. I've never hated PlayStation games. My beef was purely with the console. I, after playing around with this DualSense Edge for the last few weeks since I got it, I like this controller, guys. I really like this DualSense Edge. It has completely changed the way the PlayStation games feel. Like the regular DualSense, I don't really like that controller, man. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good in my hands. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel good. But this DualSense Edge, $200 just to enjoy my $500 PlayStation 5, like that really sucks. But PlayStation has been getting significantly better for me since since I would say since the middle, since that 1440p update launched for the PlayStation 5, my experience with PlayStation 5 has gotten significantly better. I appreciate the console and the ecosystem a lot more. I don't know about the $70 price, guys. I don't think that's ever going to go away. I'm not gonna let the $10, stand in the way of me playing something that I want to play. But I also do kind of feel like I do kind of feel like I don't want to buy everything anymore. I kind of do feel that way. I bought a copy of of gosh dang it, dude. I always want to say Enter the Dragon, but um gosh, what the heck is the name of this game now, man? Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon. I always want to say Enter the Dragon, but I bought Like a Dragon on the Xbox store because it says it's play anywhere, but I still haven't been able to download it on my PC, so that's getting a little bit irritating. I wanted instant gratification with that, but it's not pulling up. It's not showing as I own it. I might do Octopath Traveler 2. Yes, I might try that. I don't know, dude. It's not really my visual style, so I don't know. I'll ask for review code on that one. If I get it, then I'll check it out. But I don't think I'm gonna buy that one. I don't think so yet. I noticed Mountain. So here's another thing with Play Anywhere. Mountain Blade 2, that just got added to my Play Anywhere category now too. I own that game on PC as well. And that's one that I wish I would have bought on PC. Yeah, it's still not showing my Like a Dragon. That's really frustrating me. Because I bought that specifically so I could play it on the PC as well, so I can make content. So I'll wait until that uploads to this before I do any content for that. I've got other stuff. I'm not in a rush to do like content for Like a Dragon. I've beat one of those games. I've beat the Yakuza 6. I beat Yakuza 6. That's it. That's the only one I could get through. I still haven't beat Judgment. I still haven't beat Lost Judgment. I still haven't beat any of the like a Dragon 7. Like I still haven't beat any of those games because I'll get in there and I'll play them for a little while and then I just lose interest pretty quick. So I just quit playing them. It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I just lose interest in those types of games pretty quick for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because those ones start off like super duper slow and it takes a long time. But I'll tell you what, I was playing Like a Dragon Ishin, and I was already starting to lose interest in that. And I only played it for a half hour. And I was already starting to lose interest in it. I was like, my gosh, man, what the heck is wrong with these games? I finished Forbidden West, Callisto Protocol, both were really good. Yeah, if you just finished Forbidden West, then that one's definitely in a lot better place than when it launched. And then Callisto Protocol, man, I love that game. I thought it was great. I see. Here's the thing with Callisto Protocol, guys. I got into Callisto Protocol, and from the moment I started playing that game, well, after I would say once the combat clicked with me, the rest of that game was I wanted to play through that. I wanted to get right. Hogwarts, Forespoken, Fight Me Frog. I like both games. There's room in my heart for both of them. I really do love Forspoken. I do, man. I think Forspoken turned out to be a dang good game. Here's the thing, though. You guys got to understand, dude. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy, and I have been literally fiending like a crackhead for a Ubisoft open world game. And Forspoken delivered that experience 100%. Like Forspoken delivered that experience for me. And I would say it's on par or just a little bit better than the average Ubisoft open world game for me. So you got to understand, dude, like I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. So why wouldn't I like Forspoken? You know what I mean? It clicked, it fit. I had the towers so I can you know what I mean? Like it was a Ubisoft fanboy. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. And the combat in Forespoken is better than any combat I have ever experienced in any Ubisoft game ever. That's why I love it. I love it. IGN did clickbait. Actually read the article. It said games go down in sales. Yeah, I know. I've never. Okay, so I used to manage Game Crazy, guys. I used to manage a secondhand video game store. Like I used to manage that. And I know and we rented video games right there, like Hollywood Video, Game Crazy. I was the manager of Game Crazy. I bought and sold used and new games. Right next door, we rented those same games, like literally in the same building. And the people that would go and rent those games would usually come back and buy them when they came in used. Like if they rented them, they would come back and they would buy them from me used. Then I would have the people that would come in and they'd buy the game day one, and then they'd bring it back a week later after they beat it. And then I would, give them their credit, stuff like that. So I had my day one buyers, but then I had my day one renters too. You know what I mean? So I don't think anything's changed from that. Like, I don't think anything has changed from that. And then you always have the rich kid where their parents comes in and just buys them whatever they want. Like you just have that. You just have that. There's still all of those different areas of how people consume their video games. And I don't think I do think that Game Pass has affected sales to an extent. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, that's something that, I mean, that's just a given, bro. You start giving everybody day one games on Game Pass, yeah, they're going to stop buying a majority of games just because they've got a lot of games to play now. They've got a lot of games to play. And I want to give a shout out to PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra this month because they added Horizon Forbidden West, and that is a solid get for that service. Now, I do think Sony should drop those games at 6 months. This was about a year. This is about a year after it came out. I guess if you're going to have to wait a year for Sony first party games to come into the service, I mean, it is a good thing for people that want to wait, but I think 6 months would be a little bit better in terms of consumer friendliness. I think that 6 months, Sony could probably get away with 6 months and still because I mean, if you're a diehard Sony fan and you want to play those games, 6 months, you're going to buy it. You're going to buy it regardless. A year, I mean, obviously you're going to buy it, but then the game is going to be so old by then that it's like, oh man, I don't know, man. I'm a pony. I don't play old games. We don't play old games. Old games are bad. We didn't buy a new console to play old games. You get me? You hear where I'm coming from? It's just Game and Media. I don't listen to any of them, any of the mainstream gaming journalists. I don't give them any credit no more. They're not freaking gamers. They're not gamers. I don't feel like they're gamers. They need to be day and date on PC first. Yeah. Day and date on PC would definitely help PlayStation a lot. I don't know, man. I just bought Returnal on PC. I was playing it on PS5 tonight. I want to play to this weekend with you, Onyx. I want to play some. I want to get on the PC version and play some multiplayer with you because I think you'll enjoy the game more when you're playing multiplayer. It is definitely a better experience. But at the same time, I don't think that PlayStation putting their games onto PC would cannibalize their sales. Yeah, I mean, the developers are making money on putting those games into Game Pass. Like they are. They definitely are making money. But I don't pay to get 2 copies. It's a waste of money. It depends. Like I like to, well, see, for me, it's not necessarily a waste of money. I can always go back and I can make some content on those games. I can always make some content on those games. I only buy the games I want to play. I'm only doing the ones I want to play. And Focus Homes, QTR results, Plague Tale Requiem sold well despite Game Pass. Yeah. I bought a copy of Plague Tale Requiem. I did. I have it. I bought it on PC. I bought it on Steam PC. I could have just bought I should have just bought the Xbox One, but I bought it on Steam. What's up, MR2? I think I can import games from add a game, add a non-Steam game. Can I really add games from I want to see if I can do this. Where's the Xbox One at? I want to see if I can add games from like Xbox. Windows C. Because I want to be able to, because I need to see if I can add. I don't know how to. I want to be able to play my other VR games with this MetaQuest 2, guys. I want to play them. Now I'll tell you something, man. I paid the $20. I paid $20 so I could use my PSVR on my PC for racing games. Because you don't need like all the sensors and all of that stuff. You don't need the camera or any of that stuff. You could just play the racing games, and you can do like the head tracking with the thing that's the gyrometer or whatever is in there. So that's pretty cool. Like I can use that. And I'll tell you what, man, that OLED screen does make the colors look a little better, but the refresh rate feels so much better on the MetaQuest 2. MLB The Show and Game Pass for a third straight year. That is a good one. That is a good one. I'm glad that I'm seriously glad that MLB The Show is coming to Game Pass. Like that is pretty cool. No, it doesn't. PSVR 2 does not have Dolby Vision. But from what I'm hearing, that I did watch some more reviews, so I've got a little more rounded information for the PlayStation VR. Some of them dudes just seem really shilly about it, man, and that's fine, you know. I mean, like obviously, if it really is giving them a punchy picture with more visuals, I'm curious about it. I just can't finish it. I have not beat Hogwarts Legacy just yet. I'm working on that this weekend. I've got so I bought it on PC too, Jet. My wife is going to be playing that when she has surgery, so I'm going to set up the Xbox for her on another TV so that she can play that. So I bought a PC version too, so I'm trying to catch up to that. I've got over 20 hours into it right now. I've got over 20 hours into it. Less than a year ago, I feel like I need more time to put myself through Requiem, as the first level took hours, so I quit it. Really? I haven't beat Requiem yet either, man. Like I don't know what it is. Like I love the first game. I love playing that first game, but I'm like struggling with Requiem, guys. Like I am. I want. Guess Frog is double yeah, exactly. Cancel me. Well, I noticed all my views have went completely down. Like my viewership since Forespoken has went down so much, guys. Like that's so pitiful. Like I'm not even anywhere close to the average views that I would normally be getting at this time of the year. Not even close, man. It's already, what is today? The 17th. And I'm sitting at, dude, I haven't even made $100 on YouTube yet. I haven't even made $100. That's so bad. That's so bad. Usually I'd be about at close to 200. So this next couple of months is going to be pretty tough financially, man. My wife's going to be out of work for almost a month after her surgery. And we don't have any paid vacation left for her because she cashed it all out at the end of the year last year. And then this year they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you need surgery. And we're like, oh dude. Okay, I have enough money for one game. Which game should I buy, Forespoken or Hogwarts? What are you going to be playing it on, Agent Smith? If you've got a PC, I would recommend. I don't know, man. I like them both. Hogwarts will probably keep your attention a little bit better, Agent Smith, just because it's like Harry Potter, and they did really good at creating that that atmosphere. They did a really good job, in my opinion, with creating. Oh, you got only one choice. You can buy. You can wait 2 years for Forspoken, or you can get Hogwarts now, bud. You can buy Hogwarts now. Okay. Now I do want to say, I played through it on both PC and PlayStation 5, Jet. I beat it on both of them, and the experience on the PC was far superior than the PlayStation 5 experience. So, yeah, dude, at 90, I was about 90 frames a second at 1440p. I had fun with it. If you're playing on a 4K TV, Agent Smith, you're gonna want that 60 frames a second, and I'll tell you what, dude, Forspoken is not that good looking on a 4K screen. You're gonna need a monitor if you buy it on PS5. It looked great on the performance mode. Like it looks pretty good. It looks pretty dang good. Like I didn't really question the problem anything with it. That's why I beat it on PS5 first, so that I didn't go back to the PS5 version and be like, oh boy, I don't know. So I got a beat on both of them, and my main playthrough is going to be on the PC. Like I enjoy the PC version more. So yeah, it's not an attractive game on the PlayStation 5 on a 4K TV. It's not it. I mean, you can do it if you're sitting a little bit farther back, but I don't know, man. I feel like that's really the only issue with the PS5 version. If you're trying to play it in 4K mode, you're gonna have instances, because I did test it a lot while I was playing through. I would switch back and forth between performance and quality mode, and there are gonna be instances. Well, I was using the VRR too, but you're gonna have instances where it's gonna feel like, and it's not like a lot. Like in Prenost, you'll have like certain areas that you'll lose, like the performance will get kind of really questionable. And I mean, you'll get through it pretty quick. Like you'll get through those issues pretty quick, but it might leave you being like, man, this game's trash. And like, don't buy something if you're 100% like, I have to have 60 FPS and high quality visuals. You know what? Did you try 1440p with VRR? I just my PS5 just upgraded to beta 3.0, so I will try it this weekend and see how that works. But if you're somebody that has to have like your visuals and your 60 FPS, Forspoken might drive you a little bit nuts, man. Me personally, I played it on the monitor most of the time, and I felt happier with that than I did. Even playing on the monitor in quality mode was pretty good. It wasn't bad on the monitor. Forspoken starts off really slow, Agent Smith. About 2 hours until you can start using the fast parkour. After that 2 hours, then you'll start gaining more stuff. Forspoken is a better game if you take your time to play it. If you take your time to play it and you go around and you try to upgrade your abilities and stuff, the more upgraded your character is, the more fun the game is to play. So it does start off a little bit slow, but it gets significantly better pretty quick. I would say about the 5 hour mark is where you are. About 5 hours. It'll take you about 5 hours to get to the first Tanta. After you beat the first Tanta and you get the firepower, then it gets significantly better after you get through that one. Hi, lover. How was your adventure?
It was an adventure.
Why?
Just because it's weird not having like my own car. Get dropped off at one place, another person picked me up, took me over to their place, then another person picked me up, took me back over. And then, yeah. You're live. I'm not going to say names.
Forespoken.
I
It
mean, not like I'll
is.
tell you my whole
I think that you will enjoy Forespoken, honestly, but I think that I don't know, man. That's a hard decision to. It's a hard decision to make between Forespoken and Hogwarts Legacy, man. Hogwarts Legacy has done really well. I really enjoy playing it, but I'll tell you what, man. I did really love playing Forespoken. Hogwarts hard. Hogwarts. Why are you guys so negative about Forespoken, man? Quit being so negative about it. Play the freaking game, dude. Beat the game and then be negative about it. Quit feeding into the negativity, my friends. Quit feeding into the negativity. I've been working on myself to try to not be negative about stuff. I'm really trying really hard. Yakuza Ishin. I I bought it. I bought that one. Describing Forspoken looked like it was life. Looked like the life was draining from you in real time. What are you talking about, dude? Forspoken's a good game. I like Forspoken, but there are things that modern gamers are going to struggle with. Forspoken is trash. I did beat it. Okay, well, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it, man. That's fine, bro. I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, 5 hours. Well, see, Forspoken is a game that Forspoken, the way Forspoken is designed, okay, you can beat the game in 15 hours. You can get through about 12 to 15 hours. You can get through it in 12 to 15 hours, and it does kind of point you through the campaign. If you go through the campaign in 12 hours, it is going to be stressful on normal difficulty. It will kind of stress you out a little bit combat wise. But if you take your time with it and explore Athia and really have fun with it, you'll find a lot of stuff that will make the experience better. It will make the experience better. And I'll tell you what, the second time I beat it was even better. The second time I beat it was even better. The second time I beat the game was better. Because then you already know the story, you already know the beats, you already know what's going to happen, and so everything makes sense. But it does kind of feel, if you go through the campaign, it is going to feel kind of rushed. It does feel kind of rushed. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, it does feel kind of rushed. And that's pretty much the way I did it on the PlayStation 5 version. Now, on the PC version, I took my time and really invested more time and effort into building my character and doing all of that stuff. But the PlayStation 5, like, yes, if you go through the game and you just rush through the campaign, I can understand why people were like, "Ooh, man, this game sucks. This game sucks." Like, I get that. I 100% get that. I mean, it's slow starting. It takes 2 hours before it even gets to a point where things are feeling like fun, like where they're feeling fun. But if you really take your time with Forspoken and enjoy that game, oh, it's fine. Frog only did it by turning dialogue down to 0. No, actually, I didn't really mind that dialogue. There's some really, dude. There, like I said in my review, there are some things that people cut out of context and put in the. They took things out of context and made videos on it and trashed the dialogue, and that's not cool, man. Go through and watch. I uploaded the last 45 minutes of the game, the last boss fight, some of the dialogue in through there. It is full of spoilers. If you want to watch that, it's literally the beginning of chapter 12 to the end. Well, if you don't like it, Jay, you don't like it. I don't care. I love that game, dude. I spent my money on it. I'm happy with it. I do not feel bad about it. And then Square Enix gave me a version on PC, so I was grateful for that, man. I'm grateful for that because I like Play Anywhere. I like Xbox Play Anywhere, and yeah, dude, I honestly think that all of these companies, if they're going to charge you $70 for a game, you should have dual entitlement with PC and console, man. Dude, if you put Forespoken in story mode and fly through that game, yeah, it's not going to challenge you at all. It's not going to challenge you at all. Like, you can literally, there are settings in Forespoken that you can make it so easy that you don't even take damage. Like, it's got an easy peasy mode. You can go through that game and not take any damage. Don't do that. Don't do that. Explore that world, man. Like, I get like the frustration. I was experiencing that frustration last year because I was buying so many games and I wasn't even able to complete all of them. And then I was getting all those codes too. And it was stressing me out to the point where I was like, man, I'm going to have to start playing everything on easy mode. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to play everything on freaking easy mode, man. I have Forespoken installed, but I can't play till I finish Hogwarts. The games are too similar to play. No, they're not even, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of people were talking bad about the open world of Forespoken, and I think it looks way better than Hogwarts Legacy. I do. I think it looks better. I think it looks better. On PC with max settings, it definitely looks better. But Hogwarts Castle is incredibly detailed, man. Incredibly detailed. Literally for children. As a gamer, we shouldn't be playing on easy. Well, I mean, when you're reviewing games, like hundreds of freaking games a year, man, sometimes, you need journalist mode, dude. I need journalist mode. I was getting frustrated last year. That's why I'm not doing that this year. That's why I'm not doing that. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, man? I'm not doing that this year, man. I'm taking my time with some of these games. I'm trying to beat everything on normal. I'll tell you what, man. Dead Space is the first the first super challenge I had this year. I did get to about halfway through that game on normal mode, and then I put it on easy, not like real easy, but I put it on easy so I could finish that first playthrough. But I might eventually go back to that and play through it again. I probably will. I've played through a lot of those games a couple times, so I probably will go back through on New Game Plus and play through it on medium. Because that was kind of stressful, man. Once that hunter comes out, I never saw a hunter on 3, but once that hunter came out, man, it started stressing me out a little bit, man. I was starting to get like, that was the feeling I wanted to feel that just wasn't there, man. I was just getting irritated with being locked in a room until you take everything out, and like my bullet management and stuff. Because in Resident Evil, you don't necessarily have to take out the enemies. You could just run from them. You could just run around them and save your ammo, stuff like that. And I was expecting it. I think that's what I was expecting when I went into Dead Space. I was expecting that type of gameplay loop, and it was completely different. So it was getting a little bit irritating, a little bit frustrating. I wasn't playing it right at first, and that was getting a little bit weird for me. Atomic Heart's coming out soon. I don't think it's hit a price reduction yet, but it probably will this President's Weekend. You might be able to get it on sale. Just look on Aniba or something, man. Let's see if Aniba's got some Forespoken keys. Forespoken. Yeah, you can get PC you can get for $49. You want it on PS5, right? PS5. It's in the game. Oh, nope, it's not even available yet, man. No. So yeah, you'll probably have to buy it. You can get a PC key for the game fairly cheap, $49, but The only reason I say that is because when journalists review games and they play on easy, I don't really take their opinion seriously because the gameplay is so different. I'm not talking about you. Well, I know, man. The one thing I'm enjoying about Hogwarts is the main character isn't annoying like other recent open world games. Yeah, that's true. I do like the see. That's the thing that's kind of sucking me into Hogwarts Legacy 2 is because I want to be able to sit down and actually play through it all day tomorrow. Just like because that's the game I'm focusing on this weekend. Well, I'm going to focus on that, and then I also want to focus on some Wanted Dead too. Like I like the Wanted Dead. Don't get me wrong. Like I was a little bit frustrated with it. I did play a little bit more today on the Xbox when I got home from work. And yeah, dude, you want to upgrade your skills. All I can say is you want to it's a challenging game, man. It's a challenge. Woo, you might like that one, Jet. You might like that Wanted Dead, bro. It's hard on normal, man. It's tough, dude. It's got some toughness to it. I don't know how long the game's gonna be though, man. And it is indie. It's technically an indie game, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I like it. I think it's all right, but I think most people would be happier with Wanted Dead if they wait on that one for a sale on the Xbox. On PC though, it's super fluid. It feels really good. Oh, did you see the rain and Resident Evil 4 remake? Oh gosh. Don't get me started, man. I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing right now, man. I can't sit and think about that. What's up, Kickstart McKeer? How you doing, man? Uh did you ever play any of the No, I didn't play any of those. I did not play, dude. I didn't care about Harry Potter, honestly. 25 maybe, and still clueless. On what? I like so that's the one thing I like a lot about Hogwarts Legacy is there's tons of secrets and stuff to find in there. I like that kind of stuff, dude. I love open world games. I get more time and effort. I get way more playtime out of those than any other game on the planet. But aside from racing games, like racing games, I will play for infinite amount of time. I love the checklist, dude. I do. I like to get lost in open world games, man, and explore. The plot of Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously you can see ancient magic. I don't know. I just barely on both playthroughs. I just got to that room where you talk to the oh gosh, what's his name? Where you're talking to that old professor. The castle is super immersive. The only problem I have with it on the PC is it tanks the performance in there really bad. It does. It's a You haven't even seen it. No, not Fig. The other one, the one the old one, the one that you're the one that left all the clues and stuff. You get into this big round room, and there's like paintings on the wall, and you're talking to him. I just forgot his name. Baby Cakes. She's a lot farther than I am. She's the one I actually bought the game for, dude. She's the one that wanted it. She's the reason why the whole family's playing Hogwarts Legacy. I probably wouldn't have. I literally had to buy the first Harry Potter book on Audible and listen to it all day at work the other day, man. Yeah, so I'm talking to that guy. That's as far as I am. I'm a level 15 on Xbox. I'm a level 12 or something, or 10, that like 10 or 12 on PC. I'm almost caught up to exactly where I am. Not much. Just finished the second trial on Hogwarts. Ooh, Atomic Heart. I'm interested in Atomic Heart, but I don't think that I feel like it's kind of going to be like I feel like Atomic Heart is going to be more like Wolfenstein. Yeah, I'm getting Wolfenstein vibes from Atomic Heart. That's what I'm getting. When I look at this game, I get that Wolfenstein. I get that Wolfenstein frame of mind.
Are you done?
Huh?
Are you done?
With what? Online?
Yeah.
No, I've only been live for 40 minutes.
Oh.
Promised everybody a longer stream last night because I was having technical issues yesterday.
Oh. You thought I was gonna be gone longer or what?
Yeah. And I was playing some games before I got on. Definitely doesn't help sales much, but exposure goes a long way in our industry. Trade off it best, really. I think that I don't know, man. I don't have a problem with Game Pass. I never have had a problem with Game Pass. I've always 100% supported Game Pass as a model of delivering, solid games. But there is one thing that I wanted to talk about because full price games versus games that come to Game Pass. I have had more issues with full price games at launch than I have with Game Pass games. Game Pass games come out, they're usually fairly good. You're not into them $70. So I mean, if you have to wait a little while for them to get patched to play them, that had a major factor on a lot of the games that I played last year too, man. Some of them games just came out poorly optimized, so I just quit playing them. I don't have time for some of that stuff, man. Especially if the game's not hooking me, I just quit playing them and I'll just wait till they're patched and feeling better. Everyone loves being an armchair industry expert that they forget they are consumer first. See, I'm a consumer, man. If you guys haven't noticed anything, I am a consumer, dude. I consume the products that I buy. I like them. It wasn't until I bought the link cable for the Oculus Quest 2, but now I'm a producer and a consumer. Yeah, when it comes to games, what is more important, profit or exposure? I think exposure goes a lot longer, a lot farther than profit. To be completely honest with you, that would be my main thing. I know, get those games on Game Pass, and then you got to pay full price on PlayStation. I've actually considered buying the PlayStation version of these games to cover those because sadly nobody watches the ones that come to Game Pass. They don't watch them. But if I buy them on PlayStation, I do get more views from the PlayStation version, guys. So in order, I mean, technically, this YouTube channel is somewhat a business. You know what I mean? Because it does kind of have to support itself. So I do kind of have to go where the clicks are. And if people on PlayStation will watch that content, I'm okay with that. How does the link? Yeah. So yeah, it works on any Steam game. Yeah, it does. I was playing Half-Life Alyx the other day because when I first started playing that, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about this," because I was doing it with the doing it wirelessly. But now that I have the actual link cable and playing it, oh my gosh, man, it's actually pretty cool. I like that, so I'm gonna play some more of that too. Mostly I've been playing a lot of racing games though. I love my racing games. The VR, Dirt Rally 2.0 in VR is incredibly, insanely freaking just. And Chivalry 2 didn't even go into Game Pass day one. Yeah, Chivalry 2. Atomic Heart, a 1 out of 10 for being a Russian developer. Is it a Russian developer? I'm just getting, dude. I'm getting Wolfenstein vibes from that, and I'm cool with that. I like Wolfenstein, so I don't care where the developer is, man. I'll play a game, dude. I've been buying these Chinese games. I've been buying the Chinese games and playing the Chinese games. I don't really care, man. If there's a game I want to play, I'm gonna try it, man. Like I don't care, dude. I'm not gonna sit and deal with the whole garbage. You know what I mean, guys? Atomic Heart is ex Ubisoft and CDPR devs, among others, and Mick Gordon doing the soundtrack. Yeah. See, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be an interesting experience. Bioshock meets Far Cry vibes. Yeah, yeah. Well, is it open world? Do we know if it's open world or not? I haven't really looked a lot into it. I try not to do that. I try to just play the games and see how I'm gonna do. What's wrong with a Russian dev? Nothing. I don't, dude. I don't think. I look at it this way, man. I'm pretty sure because I'm a regular person that there's regular people in every country. Okay, and all of us, we don't want to sit and fight for for these rich people, man. Like nobody wants to sit and fight for these rich people anymore. I think everybody's getting sick of it, dude. I don't care what country you're in, dude. Nobody wants to go to war. Nobody wants to deal with instability. But we got these leaders that seem to think we need to fight all kinds of proxy wars and whatever they got going on. So yeah, I don't know. I won't fight for any pompous authoritarian. Exactly, man. That's exactly what I feel like. That's exactly what I feel like, man. Because even like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sony fans will try to tie it to Russia assault on Ukraine. I mean, yeah, that whole thing in Ukraine right now, bro. I haven't followed it enough to really understand what's going on, so I'm not going to talk about that type of stuff, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Russia should be over there doing what they're doing. And I do, 100% stand with the Ukrainian people. They are being invaded, whatever. So I do stand with them. But I don't know. None of us work in the government, bro. We don't know what's going on. I think Russia should back off and stop. I do. They review bombed anything Xbox fridge. They'll do anything. I did my service as a ranger. Those days are gone now. I no longer would do that voluntarily. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it sounds like the military. Nobody wants to sign up for it anymore. People used to sign up for the military because they wanted a freaking free college and housing and stuff like that. But now the benefits, I don't think the benefits are there anymore. Why fight for something that wants to destroy itself? Exactly. I got 3 of my brothers military. I was going to be in law enforcement, and then the other 2 were just didn't care from it. Yeah, I am pretty jaded from the console wars, dude. I don't really care about the console war stuff, guys. I don't, man. I never started this channel to be a console war dude, but I did start this channel because I was really excited and happy with what Xbox is doing. But I will not let that affect my coverage going forward. You know what I mean? If I'm going to play something on PlayStation, I'm going to treat it like I would treat it if it was on Xbox, man. I'm not going to sit and nitpick, the PlayStation stuff because I don't nitpick games like if I'm not going to nitpick games like Saints Row, how can I nitpick a game from PlayStation, bro? That Wild Hearts, yeah, I do like that. I'm using a bladed umbrella. Nice. I need to get into that too this weekend, man. I'm playing that on EA Play Pro. $15, dude. $15 a month or $100 a year, and you can play all EA games. PC, dude, is incredible for value when it comes to games. You can get games really cheap on PC. I do like that about PC, man. It saved me a lot of money. I feel like the cost of games has already paid for itself, man. Wild Hearts, I need to download the Xbox version, that 10-hour trial, and try that. But that is probably a game I'm going to end up buying. I didn't realize you need the link cable and a PC to play the AAA games like Half-Life or Quest 2. Changes my thoughts on PSVR 2 value-wise. What do you mean? You don't need it. You could play it wirelessly. But you get better frame rate and I think image quality stays about the same, but you do get a more stable connection. That's the biggest thing is the stable connection that you get with the Meta Quest 2 when you buy the link cable. But yeah, with the MetaQuest at $400 now and the link cable at $79.99, that's almost as much as buying a PSVR. If here's the thing, guys, if PSVR 2 would work on my PC, I would buy one at launch. I would try to get one at launch, but yeah, dude, all my racing games that I want to play are on PC right now. I don't have nothing, and my will is PC only now. I'm not gonna disconnect that to hook up that old inferior will to play my racing games. I'm not gonna do that. That doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing, guys. I'm a pretty brand loyal guy for the most part. And with Thrustmaster, they're bringing out a DD wheel right now. It's called the T818, and it is backward compatible with all your old wheel rims, all of that stuff. It's like $650, $700 or whatever, and you only get the base. You only get the base. So you would have to buy your pedals. You'd have to buy your wheels, all of that stuff for it. Still, this Camus Direct Drive wheel right there gives me far superior feeling than I ever got from that Thrustmaster. Like it is insanely better. And my advice to people that are wanting to get into sim racing, go with a direct drive wheel. I think the sim racing is a money pit, to be completely honest with you guys. To my honest opinion about sim racing, it is a freaking money pit. Because if you don't make the right choice out of the gate, you're always going to have, I mean, you're not necessarily always going to have FOMO, but I'll tell you what, dude, that Thrustmaster TX is more of a hassle to than this one. It you know what I mean? Like, oh, high school nickname. What about Final Fantasies? Thanks, man. I might check it out. Do you rate the game? Which one? What are you playing on PC? What are you playing, Sev? Yeah, the upfront cost is a little bit higher. Oh, Wild Hearts. Yeah, Wild Hearts. If you're playing on PC, C5. If you're on PC, just get it on EA Play Pro. It's $15, dude. It's $15. Yeah, I okay. So when I first booted it up and I played it for about 10 minutes, it like crashed my PC. But the second time I played it, it didn't have any effect. And I'm not getting any stutters. I'm not getting any of that stuff. It's feeling pretty good. Get a high frame rate. If you can't appreciate a JRPG, you're not a gamer. You're not a gamer of culture. Oh, all right. Who cares? That's typical of a casual gamer. I do like JRPGs. I just haven't played them. I quit playing JRPGs on like PS3, and then I only started playing them again toward the end of the PS4 cycle when I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake. Well, I bought Final Fantasy 15 as well, so no casual. I just prefer Western RPG. Real gamers don't get preference. I know. Not towards you. Oh, I see. Yeah, EA Play Pro, man. That's the way I'm going to be covering EA games from now on, dude. It's $100 a year, bro. You get access to all of it. It's like Ubisoft Plus, man. And EA actually puts out enough games to where it's worth it. The only game from EA I will buy potentially. Oh no, I bought Dead Space. I added Dead Space to my collection. I bought it on the Xbox though. What else? I will buy WRC when that comes out this year. I'm not going to buy the F1s. I might buy this Wild Hearts. I'm going to play it for a little while longer on the PC, and then I might actually just buy that one. Spider-Man Miles Morales is very mid. I like the story of Miles Morales, but I don't like playing around in the open world after you roll the credits. I thought the story was pretty good, definitely cool, but they should have just added that to Miles Morales would have been a lot better if they would have added that to the original Spider-Man game as a DLC and let you switch between the seasons. If they let you switch between the seasons, that would have been great. Yeah, you'll get Jedi Survivor also. I might buy that one. You'll get Jedi Survivor on EA Play Pro as well. They have finally added the badge to it, so yeah, it is coming to EA Play Pro, which is awesome, dude. $100 to play all of those EA games, man. $100 for a year. And then you all know how cheap EA games get after a few months. Then you can just buy them if you really want to own them. Respect people have their preferences. Oh my gosh. Of course, Game Pass is the best deal for gaming, but why do you think on PC you can get Ubisoft Plus, EA Play Pro? You can get, yeah, dude. Obviously, all these dudes that are like, oh, we're going to put our games on console. Yeah, because console is the money space, dude. That's where all the casuals are, and the casuals just buy them. On PC, dude, there's a lot more competition for your money on PC. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. There's a lot more competition on PC for quality games because on PC, man, gamers. Here's the thing: on PC, most games are going to run at a higher frame rate and maxed out visual quality. You're going to play them a lot longer. You're going to play them a lot longer because you're going to have less issues. You might have some growing pains at the beginning, with like UE5 games with the stuttering and stuff like that, but most of the time, once you turn on a PC and you start playing a game on there and you get like the great visual quality and then you get like way higher frame rates than you do on console, it kind of changes you. It will change your opinion on how you want to consume your games, because there's games now that I'll only want to buy on PC, whereas there's still games that I definitely want to play on the console. There's a lot of games that I want to play on the console. February 23rd. Ooh, man, I might buy that. I finally got my case for my Samsung. This case is kind of cool. Boom. For my Galaxy S23. My Galaxy S23. It's pretty cool, man. I like that little one. What's up, Michael? How you doing, buddy? Oh man, that new sim rig, dude, is such a beast, guys. Such a beast. So incredibly fun in VR, man. Use a subscription on console, but buy on PC. Yeah. I like owning my PC. I have been buying these PlayStation games when they come to the PC. I've been buying those too. I've been buying most of them. I probably will pick up Last of Us one more time. I probably will. Just because I want the ultimate quality. I want the ultimate quality for that game. The ultimate quality. Just buy so much cheap stuff on PC. Oh, dude, yeah, you can definitely get a lot of cheap stuff on PC, man. Like there's a sale on freaking right now, dude, on Steam right now. It's like, hey, you should buy Age of Empires right now for $23.99, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I should do that, but I'm gonna check the price on the Xbox store, and I might just get it there. That it is PS5 by ponies. Oh god. Ponies don't know what they're talking about, man. Ponies will say anything to make themselves feel better about their PlayStation 5. I don't know, man. PlayStation 5, dude. Man, that thing frustrated me so much at the beginning, dude, but now it's like whatever. Whatever. I like it. Whatever. Game Pass is the future, man. And once you start seeing these quality games coming to Game Pass throughout this year, I don't think there's going to be any question about that. Like if we keep getting games that come out in the quality, like PlayStation 5, like Forespoken did on PS5 and PC. Because I mean, like look at everybody's negative attitude toward Forespoken. Look at how negative everybody is about Forespoken. I really enjoyed the game, and I think most people that buy and play the game will probably enjoy it, especially if you're a Ubisoft fan. Forespoken, a game like Forespoken comes out where everybody trashes it and it's full price, $70 game. And then you've got something that comes out like Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush, $30 game. I bought that too. I still haven't gotten through that one. But Hi-Fi Rush comes out and it's a good game. It's solid. It runs perfectly on the PC. It runs great on consoles. It's got high resolution. The visuals look dang good. The gameplay is fun and addictive. You get a game like that for $30 and it makes you question like what's going on with these $70 AAA bangers, man. But we've always had buggy games when they come out. Thank the Lord they're going union, bro. Thank the Lord they're going union. That means we're going to get 100% quality all the time now. When these game companies go union, bro, that's when you can demand excellence, because that's what union stands for, standard of excellence. So when they go union, then you can demand 100% demand top quality. Hey Frog, when was the last time you bought a game on special? When was the last time I bought a game on special? I buy them every once in a while. I think I bought one just the other day, dude. I went to where did I buy that key from? I didn't pay full price for Returnal. I bought it. I got a key off of where did I get that key from? Oh, dude, I don't even have that phone anymore. Why am I picking that one up? Let me see. I didn't use Aniba because they didn't have any. Let me see what I got it on. I'll have to see what like Jay sent me the thing. Oh. Instant Gaming. I bought this one on Instant Gaming. That's the first one I bought on Instant Gaming, and it was like 40 something bucks. Is Halo dead? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure Halo's still going strong. If Forspoken wasn't $70, would it have gotten a bad rap? I think Forspoken got a bad rap because they didn't give review codes out until literally a couple of days before the game came out. I didn't get review code for the PC until literally the day it came out. The only reason I was able to get content up is because I bought the PlayStation 5 version, guys. So I finished it on PlayStation 5 and then I beat it on the PC. I think that's the only reason it got a bad rap, is because people were like, the demo came out on the PlayStation 5 and it looked terrible on a 4K screen. These are the things that happened. It looked terrible. The development cycle, everything that they were trying to show us to get us hyped about the game just wasn't working, because you have to see that in game for it to be good. Like you have to experience all of that combat and everything in game. Like you can't watch a video and be like, oh gosh, that looks cool. Like that's the Forspoken is a tough game to market. Like that is a tough game, a tough sell for you to market video wise. You know what I mean? Like that one is pretty dang tough. I'll tell you, because for the last couple of years watching all their marketing stuff, I was like, oh man, the more I see this, the less I want it. The more I hear about, like it was the way they were doing it, man. Like just the way they were in their own marketing. They were making the oh my gosh, the conversations just sound dumb. You know what I mean? In their own freaking marketing. And I was like, what are you guys doing, man? The more I see of this game, the less I want it. Until they put out that demo. And even when they put out the demo, I was like, oh boy, this is not good. This is not going to be good. I took one look at that world and I was just like, oh man, in the performance mode, I was like, no, 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 this looks terrible. And then I put it on my monitor after a while, after I made that first video, and then I put it on the monitor and I was like, all right, let's give it a try. Let's play around with it a little bit more. So I started playing around with it a little bit more, and then I was like, whoa, dude, I like this game. I like this game. I like playing it. I hate the characters and the voice acting puts me off Forespoken. Did you buy it? There's some really good moments in there, voice acting wise. There are. Some of the characters are. I don't know if you guys have played it. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. Beware, spoilers are coming. When you play Forespoken, when you start off, you were an orphan. You were left on the streets by your mom, and that's the only thing you know. You were left on the streets. You grew up in New York. You got into like the gangs, stuff like that. So you got a trashy attitude about humanity and humankind and stuff like that. You're Frey Holland. You just have a trashy outlook on the world, and that's pretty much in line with the way people in that age group right now are feeling about the world. They have a trashy outlook about helping people or about being whatever. But Frey is a little bit deeper character than just what she shows on the surface. She does care. She does want to be a good person. She does think about things that she doesn't feel good about. She doesn't want to do the negative things that she has to do, that she feels she has to do just to survive. As the story progresses, the dude that talks to her is literally the freaking bad guy, dude. He's evil as crap, and he's trying to like screw up her mind like he did with all the other Tantas. All the other Tantas were good people. They used to care about their people. They used to care about their land. They used to keep them safe. They freaking the four Tantas trapped this demon, Cirrus, and it gave them the same freaking band that Frey has. And all of them went crazy, dude. He made them crazy. He drove them nuts to the point where they started going after their own people and just being completely destructive to Athia. Well, Frey, she is the daughter of one of those four Tantas. And the mom, Cinta, she throws her into the rift. And then, because her father is from New York or whatever, she like went through Tirana to go into like it's like a time warp or whatever kind of thing to get you into to another world. And so she goes there. She meets Frey's dad. They have Frey. She goes back to Athia. She they fight Cirrus. They bind him onto themselves so that he can't be destructive anymore. Well, what like he makes them go crazy. He literally makes them go crazy. And Frey, she comes there not knowing anything about Athia or anything, or knowing that she's a Tanta, or knowing that she's, part of this world. And as you play the game, if you explore this game and you have fun with it and you read the stuff and you get into the game, like it makes sense, bro. Like that game literally, like kind of like, I was like, wow, dude, like it touched me a little bit at the end. I even cried a little bit. I didn't cry, it just kind of was like, man, that's sad. Like I had feeling, I felt for that. Like at the end of the game, like before you start chapter 12, you are faced with a decision. Because yeah, Frey does seem negative throughout the whole game. So you can either latch onto that and be like, yeah, I ain't helping, whatever. And you can, and Cinta will let you go back home. Like your mom will let you go back home to New York. And then you go back home, you're walking with Homer, your cat, and then boom, it's over. Like nothing. Yeah, like whatever. That's your experience. But if you choose to stay and become a Tanta and fight for Athia, then you go through the ending, which is pretty cool, man. I like that freaking game, dude. I thought they did a good job. I don't know if the balance is perfect for somebody that gets in there and plays through the campaign, dude. If you play just through the campaign, you might not be happy with it. You might struggle with it. It might make you upset. It might feel like you wasted your time. But if you enjoy the world and you get in there and you explore and you have fun and you find things, you might end up liking it. You might end up really caring about the game. So it does give you a choice. It does face you with that choice. If you want to just be like, yeah, I don't care, whatever, I'm going back to New York, it will let you do that. if you want to stay and fight and see the ending and become, and then after you beat the game, you can start to find out more. There's more to Forespoken than just beating the campaign. Yeah, the second option, yeah, dude, it's made to be weak. It's made to be weak. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to spoil that, but I did warn you about spoilers. But there are some things, and after you beat the game, you trap Cuff because now you have the power of all 5 Tauntas. You are the strongest, and you still have him, and he's still trying to make you go crazy, but he can't. It doesn't have any effect on Frey because she wasn't susceptible to it because she's already, she already had a, kind of a trashy attitude. It's like Horizon, where the plot is hidden in the 100+ hours of side quests. No, the plot is pretty there. It's just not. The plot is there, but going through the campaign, you could potentially feel like, hey, man, this you could just be like, yeah, you have the crappy attitude of Frey. You know what I mean? Like it might just feel like that. But yeah, if you spend more time in some of it, I mean, I didn't. When I went through the PlayStation 5 version, I just went through the main campaign. When I was playing the PC version, I was taking my time. So I was getting a little bit more of the story and stuff like that. I still haven't went and done all the side quests. I still haven't went and done all of any of that. I've just done enough to on the PC version to actually build up my character. So when I get to the last boss, Cirrus, it was tough on PS5 to beat him. Like it was really hard. Like it took me a minute to figure that out. I probably died 15 times before I finally beat him. And I beat him, and he had like it was literally, I had a little bit of life, he had a little bit of life, and I was the one that actually got that shot off. But on the PC version, it was much better, dude. I had more health left. It was a lot easier to use the second time, so it was cool. Plot is there. It's just kind of predictable. Yeah, definitely predictable. It's a video game, guys. Like I don't like. I mean, it's a video game because it had bad dialogue and horrible optimizations on all platforms. Okay, all of that can be. Well, most of that can be fixed. I don't think it had bad dialogue. Didn't have bad dialogue to me. I thought the dialogue was just fine. I've seen games with way worse dialogue than Forespoken. That was before Ford. I think the dialogue in Forespoken was pretty good. It was pretty decent. Oh, you're gonna go back into the. No, look, bro. Wait, where did I put it? I just did a video of a horizontal stand that the OVO sent to me to review on the channel, and that thing was actually pretty cool, man. It's got it's like $40, man. You can do your thing horizontal. Frog fell all 15 deaths and haptic feedback. Yep, I did. Exactly. It's every fantasy game ever made. You can Forespoken with that kind of money. Hey guys, I like Forespoken. I still play it. I still like to run around and explore Athia. Forespoken is a good game for me. I really appreciated it. Icarus. What the heck? Oh, I see. PvE survival game. Icarus. What's this one, Sev? This is a game that I was. Ooh, dang, that's a lot of space. I'll check it out. I'll download it and check it out. Worked on this. Take a look at it and tell me what you think. Okay. I was actually thinking about picking that up. I did look at that a little while back. I'll download it and check it out. Trying to do a console launch soon, but not enough funding for it yet. Sadly, no console as of yet. Well, I'll cover it on the channel for him. I'll cover it. You'll have to play. You'll have to play with me though. Stats is irrelevant in the grand scheme. It's not dead. People still play it. Oh, I see. Can't wait for Angry Joe review on Forespoken. I don't know if he's even going to cover it, man. He might. He might cover it. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people are trying to trash it, and it sucks, dude. Frog, you want that Final Fantasy 16 code? Cap for that Forespoken. Oh, dude. Actually, dude, I was already capping for Forespoken before they even gave me a code, bro. I was already capping for it. I'll tell you what, critical thinking, I already had it bought on PlayStation and PC. I was going to play that game regardless and have the best experience. But I couldn't get my money back on the PlayStation one, so I just bought the yeah. Robert, it turns out he plays Halo Infinite. There's open world mode. I can do the mission mode. Do if you want. Okay. Yeah, I'll play with you. Hi-Fi Rush is fun. Hi-Fi Rush is pretty fun, man. I wish that I would. I need to sit down and play it though. I need to sit down and play it. I've been meaning to get to it, and then Hogwarts Legacy came out, and then I got Returnal, and I got all these other games. And I did make content on Hogwarts. Or I did make content on Hi-Fi Rush, and nobody watched it. So it sucks, man. The only thing that Gamepass cannibalizes is my views on the games. Nobody cares about watching those when they come on Gamepass, dude. Nobody cares about watching them. And it sucks, man. It sucks. You could go through and you could look, dude. God of War's been out since November. I made a video of Hi-Fi Rush and God of War at the same time within the same day, and the God of War one got more views. And that's sad, bro. That's really sad that nobody watches the Game Pass stuff that I cover, man. It's frustrating. It makes me pretty mad, actually. Why watch when you could play? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, covering the Game Pass games is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Like, I'll put out a video on them when I like them. I will put out a video on them, but I won't do like extensive coverage on them. Exactly, guys. I don't care. It doesn't make me mad. Like, it doesn't make me mad at all. But I figured that out. I figured that out, guys, when I bought a copy of Sniper Elite 5. That was when I realized that people do not care about the Game Pass games. And I've tried to cover more since. I have covered more since, but nobody watches them. So I've covered a lot of them, Darnell. I've covered a lot of them. Most of them all have about the same amount of views. They're like 300 views at max. They want to buy exactly. Wait, let's see something real quick. What the heck? I just brought that page over there, and so if I go to content and I come down here and I look at this, okay, so Returnal has got 215 views and 114. Let me go down to that Hi-Fi Rush video that I made. Let me see where it is. Oh, if I go to full page, well, let me go down more than that. Oh, it's only showing me 30, so I want 50. Dang, dude, I've made over 50 videos since I first made that one. 52 videos. It's 355 views for that one. Now, if I go back one page, so 55 views on that. And then 407 for the God of War video. You know what I mean? Oh, that's so frustrating, man. God of War video got more views than Hi-Fi Rush. That's so bad. That's so bad. So bad, my guys. What's up, Dave D? It sucks, man. I want to cover those games, but if nobody's gonna watch them, man, that's a lot of time and effort that I have to put into that I put into that, man. That I put into that. I like Halo Infinite. That's my favorite Halo game to date. That's the only one I beat. That's the only one I beat, man. Exactly. That's so. I mean, if I don't cover like the games on Game Pass, like guys, don't get mad at me, man. Like I'm doing my best. I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to get. You know, I'm trying to get the views, man, on the stuff that people want to watch. Okay, like don't get mad at me. What, does somebody send another gift? All right, let's take a look at this thing. DX11 or DX12, Sev? I'll just do DX12. DX12. It's in the game. Rocket Works. Oof, it's got stutter struggle. No, I'm just joking. Press any key to skip. Wow, what controller do I have hooked up to this thing? Xbox controller it is. DX11 is better optimized. Let's see if it has. Does it not have freaking controller support? Dude, I'm going to struggle with this game if it doesn't have controller support, man. Oh, man, I'm going to struggle so hard with this, man. I cannot do that. I have such a hard time like playing with mouse and keyboard, man. Frogman. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one, Sev. Come on, man. Open world. The original region open for... Hey, at least it's got an easy peasy mode. Oh, Claim Prospect. Firm loadout. Drop right here. Yes. Can do that shit. No other game lets you do that. Oh, man. Dude, I have... What's up, Reefaman? How's it going? Welcome back, Reefaman. This is such a pain in the butt, Sev. Why would you do this to me, my friend? If you map it myself... Oh, okay. I can do that. I can map. You didn't find any of the enemies, Spongy. And what? Forespoken? No, not really, actually. I mean, they take a little bit of time to take out, but I didn't feel spongy. Nah, it didn't feel spongy to me, bro. It felt all right. Like I said, I upgraded my oh, now I'm gonna freaking struggle with this because it's an online game. All right, yeah, we gotta not play this right now. It's gonna eat up my bandwidth. For some reason, man, my upload speed has been like kind of trash lately, so it's irritating. It's peer-to-peer server only. Why is it? Why was it like affecting my my online then? Only uses a connection when you co-op. Okay. Hey, it's good, Tyler. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I decided we needed to do at least a live tonight, man, because I haven't been. You probably set the world as co-op. Possibly. I think I did. I think I did actually. Yeah, like I'll check this out. I'll have to figure out how to button map. I'm getting better at that. I'm getting better at that. See, those are the things that like you have to learn with PC gaming that kind of slows down the adoption rate, man. Is because like you'll buy a game you want to play and I'll be like, no, it says solo only until invite. Okay, I will look at that after the live stream. So far, the visuals look good. It looks like a PlayStation 5 game, man. Everything looks like a PlayStation 5 game on a 3080. No, I'm just joking. Oh man. Are those finding a unicorn in the wild? Yeah, see. It's a fun little survival game. You know what, guys? There's this other survival game I got on here. It's called Frozen Flame, man. It's got the Fortnite visuals, but this Frozen Flame, they gave me review code for this, and this game's pretty cool actually too. I got about 112 minutes into it. Forbidden West, it's a one and done. I'm bored trying to do free. Yeah, see, Forbidden West, man. There's not really a whole lot. I'm really looking forward to the. I already have 87 hours into that game. Oh yeah, Frozen Flame. This one's pretty cool. This one's pretty cool, man. I don't necessarily mind the Forespoken graphics. I want them to look like Fortnite though. If they're going to use the cartoon, I want it to be Unreal Engine 5 and I want it to look like the Fortnite stuff. Because that looks cool. Like I can dig that. I can dig those visuals. It's too late. Bungie game is a Forge day one, but it's bare bones as hell. Look at Reforge maps, horrible. No, Icarus, not Forge. Oh, I see. Over 100 hours in Forbidden West, got the platinum, just waiting on DLC. See, I want the DLC. The DLC is only PS5, so I want to see what they're going to do with that. I will definitely buy that. Hi, Dorky. Hi, Dorky. How'd you get out of your cage? How'd you get out? Why'd you get out? Why you come to see me? Why you come to see me? Why me? What did I do to deserve your love? What did I do? Go see your mom now. Go see your mom. I don't know, man. Forbidden West. I wasn't like the story just kind of was like, ooh, whatever. I mean, it was definitely better than God of War for me. I know. I'm gonna make all the God of War guys mad. God of War. I was like, all right, whatever. Dude. The coolest moment that I had in God of War was running around Vanaheim, dude. The alligator that came out of the water and got me. That was freaking pretty cool, man. Oh gosh. A bit of a grind, but it's fun the whole way through it. The 3080 is a PS6. Yeah, for real. I already got a PS6, man. Get a 4080 and get a PS9. Oh, no. Gosh. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about doing like a 40 series. I've been thinking about it more often because I want my fake frame rate, dude. I want my checkerboard frame rate and my foveated frame rate. I want my foveated frame rate and I want it now. Don't want Halo fell again. I love Halo, but they screwed the launch. I don't think they screwed the launch too much, man. I don't personally feel that way. I got more than I thoroughly enjoyed playing that campaign, man. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't feel like it was yeah, dude, I don't have a problem with it. One with a 3080 Ti, and my main rig now has a 4080, and I got what a behemoth. That card is huge, way too big. Actually, barely fits in the case. Oh, I know. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a 40 series card. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just depends. Like I just got Returnal, and Returnal runs good. I'm pretty happy with the Forespoken performance. I'm pretty happy with Hogwarts Legacy. If the games this generation keep coming out and they run like that, they might be pretty good. Isles of Ethereum just got a new update. Let's see. I apologize for the long delay. I was working on a new dialogue system for the NPCs. Not finished yet, but I didn't want to go too long without an update. Okay, I have COVID, so you should check this one out, Sev. This Isles of Ethereum. This guy might need some help. Maybe you can like hit him up and help him with some code, man. It's kind of cool. I like the idea of it, but I definitely yeah, 50. Well, if I do go 40 or 50, I'm going to stay with the 80 series. I'm just going to stay in the 80. I'm not going to go to a 90. I'm just going to stay with the 80s. I don't really yeah. I'm kind of a little bit irritated with Nvidia though, man. Like why the hell would they sell us a 10 gigabyte 3080 card, man? It's supposed to be a top end card. You got I know what's going on now. I should have recognized this at the very beginning of last generation when all of AMD's cards were coming out with 16 gigabytes and the consoles had 16 gigabytes. I wish I would have known what I know now because I don't know if I would have bought a 10 gig. I would have just waited and got that 12 gig, man. I would have just got that 12 gig. Because, I mean, there's no question that NVIDIA cards are pretty good. There's a lot of the stuff built in with the NVIDIA software that I actually use for this channel. So there's no way I could go with AMD. Don't have 16 gigs of VRAM for the system RAM. Well, I mean, like they'll have, I mean, all of the Ubisoft games that are built on the AMD platform are requiring a lot more VRAM. They are. I mean, that's just, maybe there's, what do they say? What do they say? They're, yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about something. Yeah. Oh, the VRAM allocation. I don't know, man. The VRAM. Press alpha. Day one drops of AAA games is dead. ASAP. That's great. Concept games for low cost. 2 years later, studios cannot produce games. They're not funding EA. They're not funded. EA said as much years ago. What are you talking about, dude? EA literally has EA Play Pro on PC, bro. I pay $100 a year and I get to play every game 3 days early. And if you want to sign up for $15 a month, you can sign up for $15 a month, man. Perfectly fine, and it works for EA. So yeah, dude, I don't buy the whole. I'm not buying it anymore, dude. I don't believe their lies anymore about them not being able to do it. Got to stop defending these expensive games, my friends. Got to stop it. Got to stop defending. Got to stop defending. About the 10 gig VRAM as well, since I got the same. Reckon that's why we need to upgrade around 50 series because 10 gig won't cut it in 2 years. I don't know, man. I see, that's the thing. Like, I'm okay with 1440p C5. I'm okay with 1440p. I actually, you know what, guys? I actually prefer 1440p over 4K. I do. I just do. It's Like when I play a game at 1440p with max settings and really high frame rate, dude, I freaking love it. It looks incredible. When I put those same games on the 4K and I look at those, I'm like, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, Wanted Dead looks good 4K. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the DPI on a 4K TV. Maybe if I get a 4K monitor, it would be different. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try when I upgrade to a 40 or 50 series card, I'll get a 4K monitor. Yeah. 1440p just looks great all the time. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll get a 4K, I'll put a game on the 4K screen. I'll tell you right now, Spider-Man Remastered, even Returnal. I put Returnal on the 4K TV and I was looking at that on a PC yesterday. And then I put it on my monitor and I'm like, whoa, dude, it looks freaking incredibly good on the monitor. And it looks definitely better than a PlayStation 5 on the 4K, like way better. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks, I like that. I like that more dense look that you get on a 1440p monitor than I do the really super sharp, crisp look that you get on a 4K TV. I like the monitor. I like the way the monitor looks just a little bit better. And that's just me, man. That's just a personal taste. I'm not trying to say 4K is bad because clearly 4K is better than 1440p. There are more pixels. It is better, but it takes more power to run 4K than it does to run 1440p. You can get better image quality at 1440p than you can at 4K unless you have a 4080 or a 4090. You know, maybe a 3080 or 3090, 3080, whatever. I mean, you can definitely get better image quality with more power. But right now, as it sits, 1440p, literally this generation, I believe is the sweet spot, man. These consoles just aren't. I mean, they do give a convincing image on 4K. Even my Xbox One X was a convincing enough image on the 4K screen. So, I mean, obviously they can do it, but it just looks better on the 1440p monitor. I want to see it. I don't think you're going to have to worry too much longer about Microsoft, what Xbox is doing, guys. This lineup for this year seems pretty freaking stacked, pretty solid. It seems pretty solid. I think Sony's going to have a good year this year too. Hopefully that PSVR does okay. Hopefully PSVR 2 does okay. I hope people buy it. I mean, honestly, if I wasn't having to really watch money for the next couple of months, I probably would buy one and cover it on the channel because I feel like I'd get enough clicks to actually justify buying it. But I don't know. I have to watch my money. I have to be smart. Yes, this is going to be a good gaming year. It's already started off so strong, guys. This year started off strong. Well, at least for me anyways. I love Forespoken, so it started off really strong for me. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is definitely worth picking up. I'm okay with full price for that. And I've got about 20 hours in. I'm okay with that. It being a $70 game. $70 AAA bangers. Just because the world and everything is like pretty dang, like it's pretty detailed, man. Like it's a pretty detailed game. It feels pretty good, man. I haven't been bored 1 minute of playing Hogwarts Legacy. No boredom whatsoever from the very beginning all the way up to what I'm doing now. I don't get this. PC gamers don't play AAA games like console gamers lie. We literally shot Hogwarts Legacy into Steam bestseller within pre-order. No, I mean, and Hogwarts Legacy is also selling on what, the Epic Game Store too. Like you can get it on Epic. You can probably get it on GOG. I don't know. Oh, dude. Game Pass, one game beat the service with hundreds of games. Studio funded for years. Game Pass don't even turn a profit. Why would you say that Game Pass doesn't turn a profit? That first month of sales didn't God of War do like 5,000 or 5 million copies or whatever? So 5 million copies was pretty much what Game Pass brings in every month, bro. God of War's been out for 3 months. It's sold 11 million copies. So if you figure 11 million copies, Game Pass has more than outsold that, bro. Game Pass brings in that money every month. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Game Pass, yeah, dude, Game Pass is more than making what God of War made. God of War's not making that money more. I mean, they're not going to sell. I mean, they might sell another. I think God of War might actually do 20 million. They might do 20 million with God of War overall. Maybe more. Spider-Man's still the top selling game on the PlayStation. Gran Turismo. I guess Gran Turismo 7 did pretty well. So I don't know. I'm not saying that the PlayStation games aren't doing well. I mean, they've got the market penetration that they should be doing better. So I don't know. I don't know if we can really go for that. I mean, more people have played year to date. More people have played Halo Infinite than they have God of War Ragnarok. So and Forza Horizon 5. So I don't know. I don't know what that argument has to do with anything. Does it even matter? I don't think it matters anymore. To tell you the truth, obviously Game Pass is providing a service that a lot of people are enjoying. So I don't understand why anybody would even care. We're consumers, bro. I would much rather. There's games that I bought on PlayStation this generation that I would have much rather played on the service. I would have much rather just played them on PS Plus. You know what I mean? Or PlayStation Premium. I would have much rather played those games on PS Premium and not had to own them. Whereas on Xbox, I get that ability to play the games, and if I want to own them, I can own them. If I don't, then I don't need to. As the consumer, you're the primary investor. Game Pass doesn't generate enough revenue to fully fund your favorite studios. Your studios will cease to exist. Let's look at this, okay? Press alpha. Let's do the numbers on this really quick. Let me pull up my calculator. If so here's the thing, okay? If you've got say $15 a month times 20 million, okay? 20 million people that played Halo Infinite right out of the gate on Game Pass. Say all of them paid $15. That's $300 million. $300 million that they made on that, bro. No, that's not true. That's not true anymore. I've been paying since my 3 years were up. I've been paying I'm not only am I paying for my Game Pass subscription, I'm also paying for Junior's Game Pass subscription at $45 every 3 months each. So that's $90 for a total of 3 months each that we're paying for that. The average game, no, dude, you don't understand what you're talking about, bro. Microsoft is not counting the deals, bro. They're not counting the people that are taking the $1 to try it. They're not counting those as subs. They're counting actual people that are paying the money. That's what they're counting. You can't count. There's no way that they're going to be like, yeah, dude, they're going to count all of that to boost their numbers. That's disingenuous. They cannot go to the shareholders and be like, they can go to the shareholders and be like, yeah, dude, we got 25 million subs, 25 million people that pay $15 a month or the $10 a month, the 25 million people that are paying $10 a month, because there is no discount. You pay $45 for 3 months for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate if you buy it in 3 months. And you can only buy it in 3 months and maybe 6 months. I don't know. I don't think you can get it in 6 months. That's why I'm buying the 3 months. So I don't know. They're not talking about, when they give you solid numbers, they're not talking about the people that are just on like a 14-day trial or a 1-month trial, dude. They're not counting those. Anybody that thinks that they are counting those numbers, why would they, dude? How can they legitimately claim those numbers as Game Pass subs, dude? That doesn't make any sense, bro. Like that, like really, they're gonna count those guys? Are gonna be like, yeah, man, this dude signed up for $1. Yeah, no, they're not counting those numbers. That doesn't make any sense. So if they've got if they've got 25 million actual paid subscribers to Game Pass, or 30 million or whatever it was, I think it was 30 million. I think 30 million was like the last number, the legitimate number we've heard. If they've got 30 million, then they probably got 60 million with people that are paying $1 or paying under your $10 a month. They probably got 60 million on there, bro. So Frog, be honest, will Game Pass survive with putting games in it for free? Yeah, because they're not putting games on it for free. They're not putting games on there for free, dude. We are paying at 30 million. This is how much money. If they've got 30 million subs that they're counting that people are actually buying, let's change that to a 3. So say they got 30 million. Oh, back out. So we'll do what is it? $15 for Ultimate times 3, 30 million. If they're making $450 million a month times 12, that's like $5.4 billion a year, bro. I'm pretty sure they can keep funding games with $5.4 billion a year, guys. What do you think? What do you think, man? Even if there's, you know what I mean? You got 375 million by your math. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, you got to factor in like the $10 guys and then the $15 guys. But if everybody signed up for it, the ones that they're counting are $15 or $10 or whatever. I mean, yeah, dude, that's 375 million a month to 400, anywhere from 375 million or 300 million to 375 million a month, or 450 million a month. It's in that ballpark of how much money they're getting. If God of War comes out, look at this, guys. So God of War, clear. If they come out and they sell 5 million copies, 5 million copies at $70, at $70, that is $350 million for 5 million copies of God of War. So they've sold what? 11 million? So if we back that out to 11 million, that's $770 million for that game, right? That I mean, for 5 million, they're literally, that's literally the same amount of money that Xbox is bringing in every single month. How many months does if is God of War Ragnarok going to sell 5 million copies every single month, guys? Why does this dude keep saying free? I don't know, man. Xbox Game Pass is selling God of War, 5 million copies of God of War every single month. Xbox Game Pass is selling 5 million copies of God of War every single month. Every single month. And say you're a super thrifty gamer. A super thrifty gamer, and the $1, you know, like the $1 thing doesn't add up. Say one of them games comes out that you really want to play, like say Redfall. When Redfall launches, you know that there's going to be a pretty significant amount of people that are going to sign up for a month just to play that game. There's going to be a significant increase in that month that game launches, that people are going to sign up to play that game to see if they like it enough to buy it. A significant. Maybe they get $1. Maybe they get a 14-day code. Maybe there's a way that they get a thing, but there's going to be a significant increase that month for Redfall. There's going to be a significant increase for Wolong. There's going to, for every one of these AAA bangers that comes out, there's going to be a significant 1 month increase for the amount of people that are going to sign up to play that game on the Xbox platform for $1, $10, or whatever. Or even if they're going to get a code or something, or for the $15. There's going to be a significant increase every month that those games come out that's going to boost that $350 million even more, to where it is So you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like there's no way that they're not making that development cost back in Game Pass in those subscriptions, bro. Because there's people like me that pay it religiously. They don't have to spend all that money to market. they don't have to spend all that money to market. So Game Pass is making more money than God of War, bro. God of War had to spend all that money to develop it for 5 years, all that money to market it. Like all the marketing you see for God of War Ragnarok is probably going to cost them a significant part of that budget. So I don't get this argument. Like Game Pass doesn't. Oh, the only thing they need to market is Game Pass, and they market Game Pass fairly well. You know, that's all they need to market is Game Pass, and then they come out with their these are games that are dropping. And you see the game, you're like woohoo! So yeah, dude. I mean, and then you got YouTubers like me and everybody else that are out there, singing the praises of Game Pass. So that's free marketing for Game Pass. Every time the PlayStation guys talk bad about Game Pass, that's free marketing for Game Pass. Like seriously, idiotic it sounds to be like, yeah, man, we're going to get Atomic Heart on PlayStation 5 for $70, but them guys over on Xbox get to rent it for $15. Like most people out, dude, bro, I used to manage Game Crazy. We had a Hollywood Video right next door where you could rent games and people would rent games. Like seriously, bro, I'd be like, yeah, man, you're gonna have to pay me $50 for the game, but you can go rent it for $5. I don't know, man. Some people would rent it, some people would buy it, some people would bring it back. Like seriously, dude, the PlayStation dudes are like the PlayStation fanboys are seriously telling people, yeah, man, you just gonna rent that game? And people are like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna beat it in like 8 hours, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna rent it. That's a good value for me. I don't want to pay $70 to play an 8-hour game. I want to just rent it because guess what? Some people are casual and just want to rent the game and beat it. Some people only get to play video games on the weekend. So yeah, dude, they want to just rent it and beat it. Rent it and beat it. I mean, you can on Game Pass, bro. Every time a AAA banger comes out, you can rent that game for $15 and you can beat it, or you can rent it for $10. Depends on if you need an online connection or not. If it's a single player game, boom, you can rent it for $10. If it's an online only game, you're going to have to pay the $15. You can rent that game for $15. You can beat it. You can play it for 30 freaking days, and then you can just move on with your life. On PlayStation 5, you have to pay $70 or $60 or $40 or whatever the price is of the game. And then you either trade in your disc to GameStop or you're stuck with it, bro. It doesn't matter. Like you just decide if that game is like, yeah, dude, I want to own that. Buy the game, support the developer, handle that stuff. Get your buggy, broken, busted mess day one for full price, $70, or rent it on Game Pass for $15. And if it's a buggy, broken, busted mess, you move on. If it's a $70 banger, you're stuck. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like these guys are trying to, like, they're playing like this weird oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's so funny to watch this when regular people out there with money are like, yeah, dude, I would much rather have spent my $15 or my $17 to play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for 11 hours, bro, instead of the $85 I spent to buy it. I would have just rather rented that game. I would have much rather have rented Ragnarok instead of owning it, dude. I would have that game would have been so much cooler if I would have just been able to rent it. You'll own nothing and be happy. I mean, yeah, you could look at it that way, bro. I mean, you could definitely look at it that way if you want, but that doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. People buy full price games and take them to GameStop every single day. Every single day. Why not save yourself some money and rent it, bro? Seriously, why not save yourself some money and rent it? Yeah, if you're a collector, buy the disc. Nobody's telling you not to do that. I'm just saying, dude, if you don't want to own a game, Game Pass is good for the games that you don't need to own. Press alpha. If you don't need to own the game, rent it on Game Pass, play it for 30 days, and move on with your life. If it's a game that you truly love and want to own, buy the game and own it, bro. If you need a physical collection, own it. Nobody's taking that away from anybody. But yeah, the world is going digital. The world is going digital. You turn on your PlayStation 5 and there's ads all over the place to buy digital games. There's sales, major sales all the time on the PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo online stores and Steam to try to coax you into buying that game and owning it, because you can't trade that game in. You buy it on digital and you own it. Well, you kind of own it. If they decide to get rid of it like Crossfire X, boom, it's gone. Crossfire X will no longer be part of my collection. I bought the game and I no longer will have access to my single player content, bro. I mean, if I guess, and it was never marketed on disc. So yeah, dude, that's kind of one that's like, wow, dude, that's kind of not cool. Yeah, good luck trying to fight the digital monster, bro. Good luck. Like I just said. Yeah, exactly. I should get a refund for Crossfire X, bro. I paid $25 for that game. I bought the full thing, man, and they're gonna just pretty much get rid of it, dude. I won't even have access to it no more. The one thing that I don't like is single player games with online with forced online, dude. That's I would much rather not have that. Now that's a battle we can fight. That's something worth fighting. But trying to win a battle against digital, never gonna happen, bro. Never gonna happen. It's too convenient. You buy the game, it's already downloaded to your console. You get to play at 10 o'clock at night. Like GT7 was cancer for always online. Yeah, dude, GT7, GT Sport, those games are eventually not going to be playable anymore. That's why I don't really care to invest a bunch of time into GT7, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. Yeah, 80% of all game sales are digital now. Then you don't get to play your game no more, Eddie. Most of these games are long enough in the cycle to where I'm not playing a lot of the ones that keep going out, but it does suck because there's some games that I would like to go back to, especially on PC, man. Like on PC, dude, that kind of sucks when they get shut down. Hi-Fi Rush has got an update. Ooh, Gotham Knights. Looks like you guys are getting a Gotham Knights update, a Gotham Knights video soon. Lend your games. Yeah, see, that's one thing, man. Like lending games for on. So I mean, like, dude, there's pros and cons to both, man. There really is. Yeah, Crossfire devs, they did. So I didn't really have a problem press alpha with the single player campaign. I thought it was all right. I beat both the campaigns. I thought they were fine. I got about 5 hours for it was like $25. I feel like that was pretty much a fair price for that. $25 for that. I mean, like, dude, the Bright Memory Infinite game is $20, and that's like a 2-hour game or whatever. I got 5.5 hours of gameplay for both Crossfire X, and they were okay. They were cool. There was some really cool stuff in those. Like the destruction model was pretty cool. I thought it was fine. I gave it an 8. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest first person shooter in the world, but it wasn't like complete trash. The second episode was definitely better than the first one, though. That's for sure. But it was all right. I didn't have a problem with Crossfire X campaign. Didn't really care for the multiplayer stuff, but I did like the campaign. I thought it was okay. Oh, you get to be one of the few people with Crossfire X achievements. Wear it with honor. I know. I'm the only person. Actually, let me see something, dude. I don't think there was achievements for that game either. Oh, that was a long time ago that I beat that one. So it's probably way down here on my list. Oh yeah, there is achievements. Oh, but most of them are multiplayer. Oh yeah, they're all multiplayer, dude. Ten achievements for multiplayer. I did get one achievement in it though. I survived Crossfire X T-shirt. Oh yeah. Oh wait, what are we talking about? The people who want all games on service, including new AAA. It hurts people paychecks, 1,000 layoffs. I don't know, man. I think you're reading way too much into it, bro. There's so much fanboy noise nonsense out there that I think you're reading too much into it. These games still sell a significant amount of copies. They still sell a significant amount of copies. Just because Square Enix comes out and says, "Yeah, dude, what's that one game that came out? The oh my gosh, I already forgot the name of it. Outriders. Outriders is going to sell 30 million copies. Oh man, it did poor. It only sold 29. You know what I mean? Like just because these companies with shareholders come out and they have these lofty expectations of how well their game is going to sell. Like think about it, Callisto Protocol. They thought this game was going to sell what, 10 million copies? It sold 3 million copies, 4 million copies. They're like, "No, that was a poor sales." No, dude, that's in line with a survival horror game at launch, bro. They usually have long tails that they sell more games. I think what isn't Resident Evil Village up to like 10 million copies or something now? Oof. Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall is going to be great. It flopped, dude. You know what I mean? You can't say that like these AAA games. How many AAA games have come out on PlayStation 5 or Xbox that didn't go into the service and they straight flop right out of the gate, and then those games would have done better on a service because more people would have got to play them. So many anti bangers. There's so many games that are coming out that are supposed to be bangers that are just not, bro. I mean, seriously, guys. Saints Row. I didn't find a problem with it. It felt fine. It felt like an average open world game experience, whatever. They tore it apart. The game didn't meet sales expectations whatsoever. It was a full price game. It didn't come out on a service. You know what I mean? Like it was an average playable game. Like it was playable, whatever, but it didn't break any sales records. And that's what you guys want for full price. Who in here? Godfall. Yeah, Godfall flopped hard. Godfall, 70 freaking dollars for that game. When it launched on Xbox, it was $30. It was $30 and it was a complete freaking edition for $30. Guess which one probably sold more? I got a lot of views for Godfall. There was a lot of interest in that game when it came to Xbox. It sold pretty dang good on Xbox. Destruction All Stars, man. There you go. All these games that came out that people were like, "Yeah, these are $70 AAA bangers." Whatever, dude. You guys are deluding yourselves if you think that Game Pass doesn't serve a purpose. There's games like Godfall, Saints Row, Forespoken, all of these games that would have done well on a Game Pass subscription service. Forespoken, Sony should have put that game once it started getting negative. Once the negativity started going for that, they should have immediately put that thing into freaking PlayStation Plus Premium. Immediately, the whole sentiment around that game would have changed completely. It would have changed completely. It would Forspoken would do a lot better right now if they just stick that game into PlayStation Premium. They got for Horizon Forbidden West going in there this month. Throw Forespoken in there, dude. Let people play that game. Let people play it. Take the loss on it, Square. Let people play the game. Let people enjoy it. When it comes to Xbox, people will buy it in 2 years. Let the sentiment change for that game so that more people will play it. There's so many games that are coming out, and this generation, bro, we've been so spoiled with cross-gen games being 4K, 60 frames a second. We've been so spoiled that when these new games come out and they're not hitting that, people are getting frustrated, man. They're getting mad at these games not being able to hit 4K 60 frames a second, and it's going to damage this generation, bro. It's damaging this generation. Hey, Game and Tech, how's it going, my friend? It's been a while. How are you doing? Godfall was god awful. You know what the funny thing is though? Godfall literally has the exact buttons and combat as God of War. Ooh, wait a minute. God of War is great, but Godfall sucks? Interesting. Everybody says they love God of War for the combat. Dude, it feels the exact same on Godfall, guys. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Yeah, Godfall at $30 is great. Godfall at $70. Oh man, everybody's complaining about it, but it looked all right. I mean, it looks all right for a PlayStation banger. Plays just like God of War, man. It's got the same combat. Sackboy sell? I don't know. I bought Sackboy. I didn't buy it on the PC. I did buy it on PlayStation 5. Same type of game equals amazing. Exactly, dude. Exactly. PlayStation games just look shinier, bro. They're the same exact average games as everything else on the market, but they look a little sparklier. That's it, man. That's it. Yeah, I know, but all the naysayers, John, they try to tell me that God of War has the most extensive, the bestest combat in the world, and I'm like, dude, it plays like Godfall. Godfall sucks, man. That's what I ask him. I'm like, so what do you guys think of Godfall? Godfall's trash. It plays the exact same as God of War, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like the exact same button mapping, the exact same attack patterns, like whatever, dude. I mean, they feel just the combat feels just as weighty on Godfall as it does on God of War. Yeah, gaming is getting very expensive, man. And I think we're getting well when you look at the PlayStation quality, we are starting to get a little bit less, bro. We're starting to get a little bit less. They are, I mean, like graphics wise, I don't know, man. There's a fine point where like the newer games, like Forespoken. I know I talk about Forespoken a lot. I know you guys get sick of it, but Forespoken is one of those games where you're like walking around and you look at the ground under the grass and there's no more flat textures, bro. Like we're starting to get actually texturized ground that looks incredible. Like when you look at the grass, you don't get that little flat green texture pattern that looks like a ugly texture, bro. No, you're getting like dirt in between the grass, bro, and it looks cool. It looks cool, man. I'm okay with that. Like that's pretty much what my expectation was. That was the one thing I wanted the most this generation was actually like I wanted the ground textures to look better. I wanted to where like there's a rock sitting on the ground. I wanted it to look better. I wanted the blending in the environment to look more realistic. That's all I really wanted. I mean, we already had amazing looking characters last generation. I just wanted the worlds to look better this generation. No, Forspoken isn't a Sony game. It is a Square Enix game. And Square Enix, dude, that Luminous engine, I really like it. Just because John, or what's his name? Just because the Harry Potter hater doesn't like the ambient occlusion or whatever, dude, or the global illumination, I don't care, dude. It didn't bug me that much. It didn't bug me. It didn't bug me what Digital Foundry didn't like. I don't care what Digital Foundry likes and doesn't like anymore. Like, I don't care. Them guys are ruining gaming for a lot of people that watch them. You get a lot of people that go and watch these Digital Foundry videos and they're like, and they start hating games, man. They start hating gaming. All they care about is like stupid stuff that Digital Foundry cares about. That, to tell you the truth, most of the time I didn't care. I didn't care. Like, Digital Foundry will talk about resolution, and then like I used to care about resolution, but now that I play mostly everything on a 1440p monitor, resolution doesn't really matter that much. Like, if I'm going to play on 1440p, I want good looking textures. Like when I made that first video about Dead Space, and like obviously they fixed it. It looks better now. They got rid of the thing that was making it look bad, and it looks great now. That was what I was talking about, because I was like, wait a minute, dude, I'm playing this on a 1440p monitor and it looks blurry. How does it look blurry? Callisto Protocol didn't look blurry. The Last of Us remake didn't look blurry. Like, what's going on with my Dead Space, man? What's going on with my $70 banger? I want my $70 banger. I want the precedent. There's a precedent has been set with games like the Resident Evil 2 remake that got upgraded for next gen. There's been a precedent set for that type of experience that I want to stay in line with that. Yes, Dead Space has some amazing lighting effects. Oh, checkerboards, they no longer exist on a 1440p monitor. They are gone. What's up, Patrick? How you doing, buddy? 14 checkerboards no longer exist. They do not live in 1440p space. They only live in 4K. They can't live in a 1440p container. They don't survive. They don't survive very long in a 1440p container. They're like eliminated immediately. It's like extinction level when they come to 1440p. They can only exist and thrive on a 4K, in a 4K environment. Digital Foundry cool when it was about wow, RDR2 looks great. Let's dive in now. It's about reviewing based on pixel counts. Oh, I know. Digital Foundry has really affected gaming for a lot of people, guys, and most of the people that come to this channel, man. I'm trying to fix that with myself. I'm trying to fix that with myself, guys, and that's the content that I want to make. I want to move away from that because I don't have access to DLSS 3, dude. The fake frame rate and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It might feel good. I'll tell you what, DLSS is DLSS 2 on these games is very convincing. I like it. So I'm pretty sure I would like 3 as well. Yeah, everybody's demanding like the 60 frames a second on these games, and I'm like, what generation? Go back at any generation and tell me when we got a stable 30 frames a second, bro. Like, tell me when we had a stable freaking console generation that every game had a locked frame rate. I'll wait. Like I said, this generation, we have been very spoiled with cross-gen games, just as we were with last gen, but this is the longest cross-gen period we've ever had in a video game console space. The longest that I can remember, where we're actually getting games that were designed for last gen, that we're able to use the power of our new consoles to push 60 frames a second at higher resolutions. We've been very spoiled, and now the gloves are coming off and we're getting our 1080p and we're getting our 4K 30 and we're getting our you know what I mean? Like, we're getting our 1080p 60 modes, dude. Actually, we're getting what is Forespoken 720p that it drops to, think, in courtesy of Digital Foundry. 720p at 60 frames a second. At least we're getting 60 frames a second. If you know, I do enjoy gaming a lot more now that I don't watch Digital Foundry. I don't care what Digital Foundry says. Like, I don't care. Like, those guys are so far off in a world that I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. I want to enjoy gaming. And DF have become so brainwashed. They forgot about what gaming is. Exactly, man. Like, they don't even care anymore. Hello. They literally gave him credit for everything Don Matrick did to elevate Xbox. It's going good, Taco Bell. How you doing, man? FPS over resolution every single day now. Every single day I will take FPS over resolution. That's why I've told my community, man. That's why I talk about 1440p a lot. Get a 1440p monitor. Digital Foundry didn't care about VRR or any of the stuff that you had on your Xbox One S. They didn't care about any of that. If I would have known that I could hook my Xbox when I was watching Digital Foundry, if I would have known I could hook my Xbox One X up to a 1440p monitor and get a much better experience and be able to use VRR and low frame rate compensation back then, last generation, gaming would have been way better for me. I wouldn't have had to deal with 45 frames a second on Xbox One X for games like Call of Duty. I could have had what felt like 60 frames a second. I could have had a smoother, better experience. Last generation, had the experts told me about VRR, I would have bought a 1440p monitor last generation, bro. I only bought one for the Series S because I wanted to give the Series S on this channel the benefit of the doubt and hook it up to a native screen like my 4K for my 4K consoles. I got a 4K screen for them for my Xbox Series S that is marketed as a 1440p console. I got a 1440p monitor for it. It runs the gamut. It runs all the way down to what, 720p, all the way up to 1440p. And I'll tell you what, going from 1440p to 1080p is not as drastic of a drop as it is going from 14 or 4K to 1440p. It looks a lot better at 1080p on a 1440p monitor than 1440p does on a 4K screen. Yeah, dude, you're going back to 30 frames per second on the consoles no matter what. No matter what, you are. I'll tell you what, the Wanted Dead is actually fairly decently optimized. You get high quality visuals, like you get 4K on 4K and you get 1440p on Series S. So that one's pretty decent. Yep, 1440p 60 is good. That was one of my biggest things with PS5 when I first got it. I wanted to play Demon Souls at 4K 60, and I got 1440p, and it didn't look that great on a 4K TV. So, and I got it on my monitor. It looks incredible. I can't wait for that one to come to PC. Hopefully, we can get 120 frames a second on that one. I don't really, FSR2 doesn't, some games it looks okay on, some games it doesn't. Anything with a lot of vegetation, it's going to look like checkerboard rendering. It's going to have the same look as checkerboard rendering on a 4K screen with the vegetation. If you got straight lines, if you're like in a city environment, stuff like that, those are going to look fine with FSR. FSR is good with hard geometry, with hard geometry and straight lines and stuff, but it doesn't do that great with vegetation. DLSS is far superior for vegetation and translucent, like different types of stuff. It looks better. Yeah, Demon Souls was spectacular. Yeah, there was no way to run Plague Tale 60 FPS on consoles. I don't even think 1080p. Maybe 1080p they could. There's a lot of high quality visuals in Plague Tale Requiem, dude. I can't even get 4K native on my 3080, bro. I can get 4K native with DLSS, but and up to 60 frames a second on a 3080. I can do that, but not on the consoles, man. It's a pretty hard game. Pretty hard game to run. Where's the Starfield show? I don't know. You'll have to take that up with Bethesda and Microsoft. Where's Hellblade? I don't know, guys. I learned I have a mental block right now with Xbox, bro. I want a release date for Forza Motorsport. I want a release date for Forza Motorsport, and I did not get that, so I'm kind of a little irritated with them. I'm still irritated. Like I know it's going to be worth the wait. It will be the best looking racing game on the market because the console space has the budget for that. But at the same time, I wanted my release date for that, so I'm a little upset. Hellblade, you can play it on your PlayStation, man. Plague Tale has high quality textures. It does. It does have a very Plague Tale Requiem is a very beautiful game, man. That's a good looking game, man. But it's 1440p, so it's not going to look that great on your 4K TV, man. Sad face because it's using FSR. But on a monitor, it looks great. 1440p monitor looks great. You got Redfall. I think Xbox kind of screwed up people's expectations a little bit this generation when they came out and talked about all the projects they had coming, because now everybody's expecting that stuff within the first few years. And like, you might get Fable in 2024, 2025. You might get Contraband soon. Like, there's just a lot of games that Xbox is building out that I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Bethesda is going to be popping out a lot of games here pretty quick. As soon as you get, I mean, you just got Hi-Fi Rush. Next month, you're going to get Ghostwire Tokyo next month. You'll have Redfall the month after that, or a couple months after that. Then you'll have Starfield. Like, all these games are going to come out this year, and you're going to have so much stuff, so much content from Bethesda. And then Elder Scrolls Online. There's probably, you'll have Machine Games or id or something. There's going to be a lot of content coming from Bethesda, guys. Now that they actually have the backing and Microsoft is giving them a lot more time and they don't have to stress out about stuff, you're going to get higher quality product from Bethesda going forward. You are. Like, they used to have to do everything on their own, and now they've got a significant backing from Microsoft. You will get quality projects from Bethesda going forward, but you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait like you have to wait for PlayStation. You're going to have to wait. You can't expect Xbox to give you PlayStation quality content faster than what PlayStation can do it. You cannot expect that. That is not realistic nor feasible. How can you expect that when PlayStation can't even do it, guys? PlayStation took 5 years to make a DLC of God of War. You know what I mean? 5 years. It's not a DLC. It is long enough to technically be considered a full-blown PlayStation game. But it could have been a PlayStation. It could have been a DLC, guys. Miles Morales could have been a DLC. It's taken them 5 years. What was Spider-Man? 2018? 18? Well, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 5 years for Spider-Man 2, my friends. 5 years. You expect Xbox to be able to pump out PlayStation level quality in less time, and then you get mad when they don't do it. PlayStation was announced in 2016? Spider-Man was announced in 2016, and it came out in 2018, I believe. They announced them pretty early, guys. You can't expect Xbox to all of a sudden, yeah, dude, like, that doesn't make any sense. Forza Motorsport is going to be the most high-tech racing game ever made for consoles. Visuals, everything. It's going to look incredible, but it's going to take some time. You see what happened with PlayStation? They rushed Gran Turismo 7. Don't get me wrong, it looks good on a 4K TV, but it doesn't look next gen. It looks like an upgraded version of Gran Turismo Sport. It looks like a cross-gen upgrade. Like, that's what it looks like to me. That's what God of War looks like to me. That's what Horizon Forbidden West looks like to me. Horizon Forbidden West probably has what I would say the most next-gen looking visuals on a PlayStation game yet. I would say Horizon Forbidden West is that one. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, no, not so much. That still looks, it didn't really look next gen. It looked good. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks really good, but it doesn't look next gen. MLB The Show, that doesn't look next gen. It looks good, but it doesn't look next gen. What else came out for PlayStation? I mean, you look at the games that Bethesda made, those look pretty next gen. You got Deathloop, and then you've got Ghostwire Tokyo. Both of those ones do look kind of next gen for the most part, especially Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, I guarantee those games would probably run on last gen, but they do have that more next gen. Demon Souls looks like an upgraded PlayStation 4 game. Demon Souls looks like a PlayStation 4 game upgraded for PS5. Demon Souls. I still think that could have worked on a PlayStation 4. I do. I think that it looks like an upgraded PlayStation 4 game. It was in development long enough to where it could have been a PlayStation 4 game. You can tell they definitely built that on a PlayStation 4 platform and then upgraded it for PlayStation 5. Forza Horizon 5 and Horizon Forbidden West. Yes. Forza Horizon 5 looks incredible, and the PC version even shows you just how much more incredible and scalable that engine is. So that's one thing that I've noticed by having a PC is that you can actually look at the tech for these games. Even Returnal on the PC, it looks significantly better than what it did on PlayStation 5. Significantly better. I was playing Returnal today on the PlayStation 5 on the 1440p monitor because, dude, that's so much funner to play with my DualSense Edge. Woo boy. I bought a pre-built. I like pre-builts. I think pre-builts are the way to go. No, I'm just joking. I bought a pre-built because I don't have the time or the understanding to actually put one together, but I would probably build my next one. My next PC, I'd probably build myself. Or maybe I would just buy it. Maybe I'll buy it. I don't think I would buy like an Omen. I would buy next one I buy, I will have it built, but I don't know if I'd buy like a HP Omen or anything like that. Nothing with proprietary stuff. I would buy something that I can choose all my parts and then just have somebody else build it. I'll buy all my parts and then I'll have Sev put them together for me, or Onyx or Sev. I'll have one of them build it. I feel that when I upgraded my PC last summer, I struggled from laziness, not like my first build. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with pre-builts. I really don't. Well, HP, dude, I've been using HP products for a very long time, so I didn't really have a problem buying this Omen. But like Alienware or anything like that, I don't know if I'd buy anything from Dell or anything like that, but I would definitely buy a Lenovo or HP. I would buy, but going forward, I'll probably just have somebody else build it when I do upgrade in a couple of years. Well, in the 50 series, I'll have somebody else build it. True RT, man, is yeah, dude, ray tracing, it takes a lot. It's not optimized that great. I got an Alienware. I don't defend them though. I'm not saying they're bad. Like I don't think pre-builts are bad. They give you the training wheels that you need if you're new to PC, bro. You got pretty decent training wheels. they kind of keep you in a little box, which is good for people that don't know what they're doing. I think, anyways. Yeah, like the RT, man. It depends. I'll turn on RT on 1440p, but I won't use it on 4K. Like there's no sense in trying to use it at 4K. But I'll use it at 1440p. Forza Motorsport 4K 60 with ray tracing. I think they're going to be able to do it. I think they're going to be able to do it just fine. I would like I will most likely be playing Forza Motorsport on the PC though. RT and Ghostwire Tokyo was good. I was able to play that all the way through on a 3060 Ti and still getting over 60 frames a second at 1440p. So that was a good experience for me. I was up in the 90s actually with that, with everything maxed out. But I think there was one setting, the geometry or whatever setting, if you turn that up, it tanks your frame rate. But you turn that down and it looked great on a 1440p monitor. Oh, PC on. Oh yeah, man. I'll be playing it on this Camus Direct Drive, bro. Look at that, baby. Ooh yeah. I'll be playing it on that Direct Drive, baby. Oh. But all right, my friends, that's it for tonight. I'm going to go. I just wanted to have a really long stream for you guys tonight because I've neglected my friends. I've neglected you guys. I've been playing so many video games, believe it or not. I've been playing a lot of video games, but I'm starting to lose my voice. So I'm going to go tonight. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have fun, my friends.